Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I just wanted to take this time to make this video to just express my feelings and take one small break from what I'm doing with the R. Kelly thing just to enlighten some of you with where I'm going with my thought process. I feel it's necessary to do this because as I'm reading my comments, I'm reading more and more the hate, and it's just absolutely absurd how a person cannot express how they feel about any given topic without people feeling like they can hide behind these little computers and just type away. And I just find it so odd that a lot of you are so upset with R. Kelly as being an abuser, but that's exactly what you are doing when you get on your little computer and you start typing little hateful messages and comments to people that don't share your opinion. So let me just give you all a partial disclaimer right now, because some of you commenters, I don't know how you found my page. I guess I appreciate it. Maybe don't. I really don't know at this particular point. But I just feel like this is a hobby for me. And as of right now, I'm just finding ways to better fit my time schedule and what I need to do. So yeah, you might hear my washer machine going on some videos. Yeah, you might hear my baby crying a couple times. I'm a mother. Yeah, you might hear some things in the background that might annoy you, but guess what? I'm not a professional filmographer. I can't even say it. Hell, I'm nothing about this channel is professional as of yet. I'm just getting started. I would like a good audience, but at the same time, a couple people is good for me. I just want to be able to do what I enjoy doing, which is what I normally do, get on YouTube and share my perspective. But I just feel like some of the videos I watch, I have to watch 15 different videos before I get what I'm looking for. And why not save some people a little bit of time in putting what I find in one video for you? So don't ever come to my channel with hate and feel like you can bash me because my quality isn't up to par or none of that stuff, because that's not my purpose in making this channel at all. Just to put it out there. Okay, so let me first say that when I first made my video about Lisa Van Allen, I didn't know I needed to connect so many dots for some of you people. But this was my train of thought. The purpose in the video I put together was to show, number one, that Lisa Van Allen is only, and in the past, she only testified against R. Kelly because she was risking charges herself and she was granted immunity to testify against him. So common sense would be, if it would benefit you more to flip and testify against somebody so that you don't get in trouble, isn't that a motive for you to testify? That's all I was saying with that. The second point was that when she took the video, most people, if they had a sex tape and they were stealing it because they didn't want nobody to see it, most people would destroy that. They wouldn't keep it, give it to some strange person, none of that shit. So my second point was that she said they weren't supposed to be talking to anybody, but nonetheless she found a way to do so. So that just leads me to believe y'all want to tell the public that y'all were such a victim. So if y'all were such a victim, obviously you didn't stick to your role because you were able to talk to people, and you did. So miss me with this shit. And the second thing is, I don't know too many women that's just gonna randomly give some man that they're not sleeping with a sex tape of them. Like, You know how hard it is for a guy that I'm talking to or dating or whatever to get a sexting type of picture from me. Like, even if we dating and have been dating, I'm real tight about my pictures, and I guess some women will, they don't see the problem and stuff like that, and that's why a lot of people end up in the situations they end up in. But nonetheless, I digress. The point was, it just seemed odd to me that she wanted to tell this story that she gave the tape to some random person who we now know is Keith, which I told y'all in the video, but I digressed again. See, you just got to keep going back and forth with this story, and that's my problem with Surviving R. Kelly. Like, they told you too many stories, they split it up too many times, adding too much confusion, so that now people like me have to put the story all the way together for some of these slow people that are not paying attention to the stupid moments in these stories. Because if you just look at the situation, at the end of the day, it's a lot of people that need to be charged with some stuff. It really is. And I just can obviously see that whoever is orchestrating all of this is doing so strictly because R. Kelly was not convicted of his last charges. I feel like I don't really know what the double jeopardy is, but I feel like they're using the same tape, because let's remind you, if Lisa Van Allen had destroyed that tape, there will be no tape circulating of no underage girl. Because I feel like, personally, the tapes that are circling around that they keep finding, and they keep going back and forth. 1 minute they done turned them in, the next minute they ain't turned it in. I feel like it's some bullshit. I believe those are copies of the same tape. And I can even prove to you where just because the girl on the tape is saying that she's 14, it don't necessarily mean she was 14. I can prove to you for a fact that other girls that have been with him, including Asante McGee and other witnesses that were in this docuseries, will tell you that R. Kelly likes his women to role play and say and refer to themselves as underage, like saying, this is my 14-year-old P and stuff like that. That's the type of games he liked to play with girls that are of age. So if they do have a videotape, his defense is probably going to be just that, because they are on record verifying that he does like for them to do that. So, I got lost, because it's just so much fuckery with all this, and it don't make no sense how people want this man in jail so bad that you are willing to be like, well, even if these people are lying, fuck it, we still gonna put him in jail. Like, that's not the legal system, because at the end of the day, that could be you. Anybody could accuse you of something like that. What if somebody dig in your past and you did something, and then they took that and held that against you and trumped some other charges against you because they didn't get you of the last charge? That's not right. Like, at the end of the day, people keep telling me about the Rashonda Landfair girl. Well, think about this. Rashonda Landfair is still with R. Kelly to this day. So if y'all so concerned about her, which is what y'all commenting, why don't y'all sign a petition to get her out of the household, instead of all this bullshit talking about Jocelyn and Azriel McCleary? Talk about the real victim. Why don't we do that? People have called me like I'm defending R. Kelly. Like, just be fucking real about this situation. Like, the first few videos I gave y'all, if y'all noticed my tone of voice, it was real. I was trying to give y'all a different viewpoint. But now I'm gonna just keep it straight funky, straight what it is. And let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story first. Let me tell you a story. Alright. I used to model, right? I'm finna show you. I'm finna show you something. Now. Alright, this is my Facebook, right? I just want to show y'all this flyer I had did. Like, I need to delete some more people. Alright, so right here. You can see me on this flyer in which I was supposed to be doing this little hosting for this club. Alright. The photographer tells me that in so many words, if I were to sleep with him, I could get an ongoing position as to continuously hosting events for this particular club. Alright. Mind you, this is all still a choice. I could choose to do that and advance my so-called career, or I could take my morals and I could say fuck that, and I could go do something else that benefits me. So you know what I did? I said fuck that, and I went and did what was beneficial to me. Now where I'm going with that story is this. You're going to have a lot of people that's going to try to manipulate you and get over on you when you're a woman. And even when you're a man, let's say the same thing applies. People are only going to do what you allow them to do. So I guess the question is, if you allow people to mistreat and mishandle you, is it the public's responsibility to be your defense? You see, I personally feel like all celebrities are put too high on this pedestal in which they're granted all this access to things. The crimes they commit are slowly overlooked depending on who they are. And like with this R. Kelly situation, people become way too trusting of celebrities. People they do not freaking know. Now, I said all that to say this. Even when I was young, I heard about the sex tape with R. Kelly and his trial. I've never seen it, and I never will see it. But I tell you one thing for certain. Not one of my kids will ever be in the presence of R. Kelly. I tell you that. At the same time, I feel like if we are going to be on this R. Kelly lynch hunt, why don't we, or why don't they, I keep saying we because shit, we just the goddamn general public. Why don't they spend their resources with the facts? Because if you think about it, I've never in my life known any case where the FBI is investigating anything and every fucking body know before that person is picked up. I ain't never in my life known any case where they done put out a whole documentary before an indictment is passed. Like, I just feel like everything they're doing is jeopardizing this case. And truth be told, most of us already know it's a distraction, but the main purpose in this video is me responding to a lot of these comments I've read, just to again re-clarify my position, since clearly I just wanted to point out some things and let people think for themselves. But if I don't just flat out say my position, obviously people are going to assume and attack, and I didn't know that that's the type of things a lot of people on YouTube intended to do. At any time, if you don't like my videos, if you don't like the quality, please feel free to watch something else or make your own, because I'm just doing what I like to do, what interests me, and sharing that with people who may be interested. If that doesn't include you, salute and peace. But you do not have to disrespect me, because I'm just going to tell you, if you say something negative to me, I'm going to block you so you don't comment anymore. I am not Jocelyn or Azriel, and ain't nobody on this internet about to bully, harass, or belittle me for any reason. We can all talk and converse and go back and forth, debate, share ideas. We can do all that as adults. But I don't feel like nobody should feel like it's okay to bully people online because we have different views, or the way I present things isn't to your liking, when you're not paying me to do shit. I'm just doing what I like to do. So I hope my story also gave a little insight into the fact that R. Kelly is not by far the only person in Hollywood that takes advantage of being a celebrity. Every single person does. You know why? Because we allow them to. Or most people allow them to. Stop trying to pimp your kids out for fame. When if you do a quick search online, you can see plenty stories of people who've come out and claimed they were abused as children. All those 90s kids we knew, look where they at now. Look at Orlando Brown, for example. Corey Feldman, Corey Himes, Macaulay Culkin. Look at all these people now. Where are they now? And people still, to this day, so quick to give their kids to these celebrities rather than push them to be better, to do something more proactive and productive. So is R. Kelly the real problem? Really? Or do a lot more people need to just take accountability? This is an open discussion, so drop your comments and have a great night.